Professor Washira, thank you for that flowery introduction. I want to recognize the following. First of all, Honorable Member of Parliament, Dindi Nyoro, what a personality you are. Kenya today doesn't like politicians, so it's very refreshing to see a politician come in and is genuinely well received. I want to recognize Senator Honorable Veronica Maina, but in a very special way, I want to recognize Dr. Peter Munga, the chairman of Equity Bank. And I want to say I venerate him, I adore him, and what a gift to this country and the rest of Africa. By the way, in this country, it's very rare nowadays to get people of substance, people who make genuine contributions to our country. And seeing what Equity Bank has done to empower the vulnerable and the small-scale businesses and to become one of the largest banks in the region, you can only venerate Dr. Peter Munga, and mine is just to ask God to continue blessing you for this country. Imagine if Kenya had about 20 Mungas. Yes. But what do we see on TV? What do we see everywhere? We see self-glorification that really doesn't add value to this country. So I'm very delighted. I'm also recognizing the chair of the Board of Management, Dr. Joyce Rungu, and also the chair of the Parents Association, the Director of Education present here today, and all the guests, particularly the parents and the students of this great school, Kahuhia Girls. I stepped into this school sometime in 1979, and I slept on this compound because my best man, Lawrence Muruki from Karatina, was posted to this school after our training in Kenyatta, and I was posted in Western Province. So I came here and stayed with him overnight to know where he was. He was a best man, and we knew each other too closely. So that's the first time. The second time I came here, I was instructed by my peers, Professor Karega Mutai, to come for a day like this one. So, and the third time I'm coming on invitation of the board, courtesy of my Deputy Vice Chancellor Finance, Professor Washira. Ladies and gentlemen, the girls, the entertainment, the girl guys, the kissy item, there was a beautiful item by Gentrix Mungai. There was the Shairi group, the Christian Union, but that duet of Agatha Minor and Precious just blew up my mind. I want to thank them. I want to thank the vernacular radio presenters, the school choir. You have made my day, coming from Nairobi and just enjoying a different setup where I'm not under pressure. So I want to say this, Mr. Manyara, I see good brains when I look at them once. So, Mr. Manyara, I liked the way you organized the prizes. We did not take more than 12 minutes, and all the awards had been done. What an organization. But above all, yes. But above all, Mr. Manyara, what crossed my mind was that, my God, look at how smartly he's dressed. Because you are mentoring these young people, and you must remain smart, and it tells me a lot. So, these grandchildren of mine, Gentrix, come forward, Agatha and Precious. I just want to say thank you. You made your grandfather very, very proud. Where are they? Very, very proud. And very courageous. My God. I'm calling you my grandchildren because my first grandchild is at Precious Blood in 4th form. So I can see this and I'm saying, my God, what a wonderful, wonderful pair. So I don't know whether you're allowed to buy bread here. Kahuhia girls, are you allowed to buy bread? For the rest of the students, just know in life, chance favors the prepared mind. The board, the principal, the teachers, the parents, invited guests, and most importantly, the brilliant and beautiful daughters of Kahuhia girls. Today is a day of celebration, but also of reflection. Because behind every prize awarded today, there's a hidden story. A story of sacrifice, a story of hope, a story of someone who refused to give up. And so I would like the girls of Kahuhia girls to dream more. And please remember, in life, education can take you from that poor environment, that difficult environment. I was reading about your member of parliament and the school he went through. I've never heard him boast that he went through Alliance Boys or Nairobi School. He went through a very ordinary school. And there he is today, a voice of reason across the country. So why can't you be like Mary Atieno, who, this is a true story, he came from a home where her father had lost his job. Her mother sold vegetables in Line Saba in Kibera. Every morning, Mary would help wash the clothes of her younger siblings, sweep the compound, and then walk over 4 kilometers to school. Her classmates had pens, rulers, and packed meals. She had none of these, but she had something greater, a dream. She used to say, one day I'll wear a white coat and be called a doctor. She studied under smoky kerosene lamp, Koroboi. She stayed behind after class to ask questions while others ran off to play. Sometimes she went to sleep hungry, but she never complained. And when results came, she had topped the then Kakamega County. Is a prominent doctor today, a consultant. I'm talking about the power of sacrifice. That is the power of a dream. Kahuhia girls have come to ask you to dream. I've come to ask you to sacrifice. So young ladies of this school, some of you are seated here today and are going through quite some battles. We don't know. Maybe you have lost a parent. Maybe your family struggles to pay your fees. Maybe you doubt your own worth. But let me tell you something. You are not what you lack. You are what you carry inside yourself. So I want the girls to carry fire in yourselves, carry your potential, and carry a destiny that only you can fulfill. But there's a secret to this, the girls of Kahuhia, about chasing your dreams. You must walk with humility as you chase those dreams. And parents, I want you to encourage these girls to chase their dreams so that they can become what God wanted them to become. So parents, my word to you is keep sacrificing. And I'm glad to see that the majority of the parents here in Muranga, we actually have a mix of fathers and mothers, unlike other places where you usually have the mothers dominating. Maybe this is a girls' school. That's why fathers are also here. Knowing the relationship between fathers and their daughters. By the way, I meet my friends and they tell me, oh, I have 2 sons or I have 3 sons. I don't tell them that. In my heart I say you are in trouble. Because I have 7 children. God took one away, but she left behind a daughter. And what a delight it is to have a daughter. Whenever my M-Pesa phone rings, the money tone, it has to be Marlin. It can't be Nelson. No. So just remember that. And mothers, you hold our homes. I don't know where I would be myself if Agnes didn't hold the home. Although now she's bedridden in sickness, I don't know where we would be without a mother. I don't have the time to narrate, but many times when I had problems with my children, it is the mother I sent. Fathers, in a typical voice, go and talk to your children. And the mother solves the problem. So the parents keep sacrificing, keep encouraging these girls. By the way, Kahuhia girls, you are not as extraterritorial or whatever you are saying. You are not that. This is a national school. In every right, by every definition. Yes. So if you keep saying we are extra county, then you will be content. I asked Professor Wachira, what was the mean last year? By the way, I have not heard that. Nobody has mentioned the mean today. I was told it was 7 point something. Not for Kahuhia girls. We can just resolve. We can resolve, by the way, to be the best girls' school in this country. And I know we can do it. I'm also talking as a high school principal because I'm the one who pioneered Sunshine School in Nairobi. The late president gave me that opportunity, and we pushed Sunshine to be in the top 10 on first attempt. Kahuhia, you can be better than that other school you think is a national school. To the girls, I want you never to forget your story. Unajua tukija hapa tukiwa wengi, saa zingine madhumuni yetu inakuwa tofauti. Tunaanza kudidimia, tunaanza kujifikiria ya kwamba tuko sawa kwa sababu wengi wetu tuko katika hicho kikundi. I want you never to forget your story. I am today what I am because I never forgot my story. I'm a son of a driver, God rest his soul. And I grew up in Kibera Line Saba. And I went through day school. Upper Hill School was a day school those days, from 1 to 4. And in a day school where I also played with the Koroboi, I still made a first division and then was called to the prestigious Mangu High School for Form 5 and 6. But I never forgot my story, that in my father's house there was no meat. That in my father's house, my mother, I had never seen my mother wearing shoes. That my mother went to shambas of people so that she can get some money to buy omena for her only son who had come for holidays. And she couldn't afford anything better. I never forgot that story. Lakini wengi wenu mnakuja hapa mnasahau your story. You begin to pretend that you come from a well-off family. I remember one time my mother had to come to Upper Hill School because I was getting an award. And she couldn't walk through the gate. She stopped at the gate and they were persuading her to come in. She couldn't because she didn't have shoes. And she was in a faded dress until I went to pick her from the gate. And even then she was walking along the hedge. Some of you will never get the grade you want because you are forgetting your story. Munajiinua katika kile kiwango ambacho hampo. Just know your story and your story will drive you. So in Ayiro's house, every Wednesday, omena is served with ugali for supper. Because I never want to forget my past. And my children, God has blessed them. They will never visit me on Wednesday. They will never come. Because in their father's house on Wednesday, omena is served. Students of Kahuhia girls, what is your story? I met a boy, Kosgei. I met a Kapsabet, Kenya High, all those schools. I met a boy, Kosgei, about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. The mock results had come out. And Kosgei had gone to Kapsabet boys with very high marks. And on the mock list, he was number 112. I remember that. And I told, as I was talking about not forgetting your story, he started crying. And he came to the car and he told me, Prof, we live in one room in Nandi Hills. My father works on those Majani places. And I'm the only hope of my family. And I said, what has happened? I was too much occupied in games and other things. But your story has encouraged me. That boy, when the results came for Kapsabet boys, he was actually number 3 in the school. And Henry Kosgei that time was giving scholarships for the top boys. He has gone through his studies. He's now holding a PhD in entomology and is not even thinking of coming back to Kenya. Yeah. And you know, Honorable Nyoro, this country is becoming so difficult that many Kenyans are not encouraged with what we are seeing. So I want, life has a way of teaching us that if you want to do well in life, remember your story, put on the apron of humility. Muwe wasichana wa unyenyekevu, vile wakili ametuambia hapa leo. Humility lasts forever. I'm saying you may be brilliant, you may even be the best, but never forget character will take you further than talent ever will. And I don't have time, but I want you to go to Galatians 5:22 to 23. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That's what I want from the school, the students of Kahuhia girls. And if you walk with this, God will be with you always. So I want to congratulate, as I finish with the students, our our prize winners, but let this not be the end of your journey. Let it be the spark to light up your future. And for those who didn't get an award, don't lose heart. A prize is nice, but a purpose is greater. So your timing is coming. Yes. I want you to have a deeper purpose in life. Our parents, please give the reality to your children. So if you're coming to visit her today, just come the way you are. Don't go to Mshwari to come and convince her that you are okay. No, genuinely tell her, this is how it is, and you'll be my salvation if you work hard. Parents, many of us misdirect our students, our parents, our children, because we give them an impression of who we are not. I've come to urge our parents of this great school to teach these young girls the reality of life. To the teachers of Kahuhia girls, I have only one word to leave with you. Never, never count duty by the shilling. Never, never count duty by the shilling. So if our parents feel our toil and they give us money for lunch and honorarium, that's fine. But that should not be what drives you to help these students. Colleague teachers, I have risen through the ranks. My last school was Sunshine School in Nairobi, but before that I was at Lubinu Boys in Western. And toiled with the boys in maths and chemistry. And my deputy, Amayo, God rest his soul in peace, teaching history and CRE. And Lubinu Boys moved from position 1,250 nationally to position 56 in the first year I was in that school. Yes. But the point I'm saying is this. I did not know Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. I did not know Moi for him to give me a school. No, Moi just looked at the papers and asked, who is this headmaster who has moved from position 1,200 to position 56? Bring him here. That's how I went to Sunshine. The provincial director drove to my school, said, the president wants you in Nairobi. I had a faded jacket, not like this one, which Agnes used to wash in water and then iron. So I went to State House and I found ministers sitting in the waiting room, and then the then comptroller, Bet, called, where is this headmaster who has come? So I was pushed beyond the people in the waiting room, and I went to see the president. And he was sitting like where those tents begin. So here I was walking towards him as he watched. Then he told me, sit down. I sat down. And then he told me, you know, I don't want money from that school. I want you to give me a name in Nairobi because I have a lot of problems with Nairobi people. They don't believe in me. So I want their children to come there and they should do well. That was the only instruction. So I kept on saying, yes, sir. Hata zingine sikuwa nasikia, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Na jasho inatoka kweli kweli. So I said, yes, Your Excellency, yes, sir. And then he said, that is my instruction, you go and start that school. That's how I started Sunshine on Langata Road. But the interesting thing is this, when I had stood up and as I was walking away, he called me back. After about, 2 meters, he called me back. So I turned, almost falling down. And then he had suitcases on his desk, this side and this side. So he opened one of the suitcases. No, briefcases. And he took out notes. I had never seen brand new notes like those ones. He took out 300,000 in notes. And he said, take this. I hesitated. I said, no, you take this. Because at Lubino Boys, even a tender, the biggest tender I would give would be 30,000 or 40,000. So if you're talking about corruption, the vendor would tell me, I'll give you 10%. So if it is 30,000, he'll give you how much? 3,000. And he doesn't give you the 3,000 there and then. He waits when you meet at the petrol station. And I said, wekea mwalimu 500. When you meet in a social place, he follows you to the toilet. Unaona zile nilikupa zilikuwa 3,000, sasa nikakupa 500 tukiwa huko, na ile nyingine nikakupa imebaki 1,200. Chukua hii 200. I never saw that kind of money. So I took the money and I didn't know even how to carry it. My jacket, the one I told you about, that has been washed, the pockets can't take 100,000. So he gave me a bag, a briefcase for me to carry the money. And he said, Sasa Mwalimu, I want you to go and dress like the principal of a president's school. I am joking, but I'm telling the teachers here, never count duty by the shilling. It is those students of Lubino Boys who determined my future. Yes. I struggled with them. And God was seeing. God is always seeing. And so I went to Sunshine, and after that, the rest is history. But if you are in Kahuhia Girls, my colleague teachers, and you are always complaining, hawajatupa pesa, wazazi walisema watacontribute, hawa watu tunawafanyia kazi, they don't know how much we work for these girls, they are very ungrateful. Ukiwa mtu aina hiyo, God will resist you. I have come to appeal to the Kahuhia Girls teachers. Just sacrifice. It doesn't matter whether somebody gives you anything or not. Just sacrifice. God is seeing. And you'll be surprised what God will do in your life. Please don't count duty by the shilling. I want to urge the parents, please support this school, because you found the school was already built. So when they have a project like what they have, let us all come together. My DVC had not told me about the project, but we do a lot of corporate social responsibility, Madam Chair. So I will be asking Washira to give me a check on Monday. Monday is a holiday. That will be Tuesday, towards that project of 500,000 shillings. I want us to help this school. And Madam Principal, increase your networks. Washira has many networks. And they are not political networks. Nowadays, you want to avoid political networks unless you have a wonderful MP like this one. So in closing, I am very delighted. My heart is here. I was in Bishop Gatimu about 4 weeks ago. And now I'm at I feel this school has not stretched enough to become what we want it to become. Yes. So sacrifice may be painful, but it bears fruit. Humility may be quiet, but it is powerful. The fruit of the Spirit in Galatians 5:22-23 should be your guide throughout life. Learn to love. Learn to be persevering. Learn to accommodate. And I want you to have a virtuous spirit that really makes you become beautiful, the girls, as God wanted you to become. Shine and get those degrees, become prominent lawyers and doctors and engineers and teachers to serve our motherland, Kenya. And I want you to carry the power of a dream. I want the girls of this school, the teachers of this school, the parents to dream, because the dream, when you have a dream, it opens up the third eye, the mind's eye. So watu wanaona unawaangalia, lakini wewe unaona vitu zingine ambavyo hao hawavioni. This is what I want from you, the power of a dream. And we know what it is. Professor Wachira will tell you, we walked into Daystar with him with under 3,000 students. And in these 5 years we've been together, we are over 8,000. We have done projects I never imagined would do. He's been loyal as my finance deputy vice chancellor. I just thank God for him, but can we do something in this school? Since you are on the board, can you do something in terms of academics? Can you cause a revolution in this school so that Kahuhia girls may stand? So Kahuhia girls, you are not the future. You are the present becoming powerful. Yeah. I want you to remember that. You are not the future. You are the present becoming powerful. So I would like to hear good news with the results of next year. Wazazi wenzangu, tusaidie wanafunzi, walimu wenzangu na wasihi kwa unyenyekevu, tujitolee zaidi. Najua mmejitolea, lakini mjitolee zaidi. And that may God come before you. I don't know, this is an Anglican school, but may you know that He, God, is our everlasting portion. Bwana yu sehemu ya rafiki yangu wewe, katika safari yangu tatembea na wewe, pamoja na wewe, pamoja na wewe, katika safari yangu tatembea nawe. O maliha hapa sikutaka, ili ni heshimiwe, na yani kutema shaka sawa sawa na wewe, pamoja na wewe, pamoja na wewe, katika safari yangu tatembea na wewe. So thank you very much, the board, for inviting me. I leave nothing but my spirit. Yes, that's all I'm leaving, my spirit. And that's a blessing, because when I left Moi University, it seems I went away with my spirit. May God bless you all. Thank you.